Sepsis awareness saves lives, and I'm here to tell you my story. I lost all 4 limbs in 2018, February 2018. It's almost my 8th anniversary of my limbs being taken. I was in Spain and I started to feel really unwell. I'd got slurred speech, but I put that down to a medication I used to take. I had severe shivering. I put that down to the cold weather, even though I'd got jumpers on me and blankets around me and the heating on. I had really, really cold hands and feet, and I couldn't get them warm, even with a hot water bottle under my feet. I had severe breathlessness, and I could not stop it, even though I thought it was my asthma and I was using my inhaler. It still wasn't any better. I now know that because the infection was causing such a problem. I also hadn't passed any urine that day. I will attach something to the end of this video that you can screenshot, save the photo, and if ever you get really unwell, keep it, refer to it. But yeah, I went to the hospital. I said to them, dolor aquí, which means here, pain here. And they just x-rayed my back and sent me away saying nothing's broken. Well, I knew nothing was broken. I knew it was an infection, but stupidly didn't even say the word infection. And I could have said that. I didn't know how to say kidney or urine, but I knew infection because it's very similar to English. It's infección. So maybe if I'd have even said infection in English, they might have maybe clicked that I was trying to say infection. I don't know. So I now know I had confusion, and that's another sign. Your blood pressure and your temperature being much higher or much lower than normal are signs as well. So please watch out for any of these. Anyway, the hospital sent me away. The following day I went to the doctors. The doctor, I'd done a screenshot on my phone, and he'd looked at that and he tested my urine and said I did have a urine infection, and he gave us a prescription to go to the chemist. We went to the chemist. They didn't have any in stock, said come back the next day. So we went home. I went to bed. Now, I never go to bed, so I must have been really ill for me to go to bed. I wish I could remember it, because I don't remember it. I only know what my husband's told me. I woke up at 4 in the morning and I told him, I need to go to hospital now, I'm dying. I was taken to hospital and I was put almost immediately into an induced coma. And I spent 6 weeks in Spain, literally just laid on my back for 6 weeks, not being turned, nothing. I ended up with grade 4 pressure sores on the back of my head and my bottom. They are the worst you can get. I was eventually flown home by my travel insurance after my daughter kind of let rip at them. And I got back to Milton Keynes, my local hospital, and they saved my life. I swear, honestly, they saved my life. 3 weeks later, they woke me up from my coma. My girls were at the end of the bed and they said, Mum, a doctor's coming in a minute and he's going to tell you you need all your limbs amputated. So I just said, okay. And the doctor came in. I don't know whether I was still quite highly drugged up. I think I was at that time, but I took it in, and you know, I've always been a positive person anyway. And the doctor came in, and I always laugh because he said, I'm really sorry, but we need to amputate all 4 limbs. I went, yeah, that's fine. How quick can you do it? I just wanted them off. I couldn't even lift my arms off the bed. It was like somebody had super glued them down. I couldn't lift a little bit. The hands were like that, all scrunched up, and it was just, yeah, it was just horrendous. So I was moved a week later to Milton Keynes Hospital. From Milton Keynes Hospital to Bedford Hospital. They took me down to do 1 leg and ended up doing all 4 because everything went really, really well. And then they sent me after 3 months to Roehampton, the Queen Mary's in Roehampton. And what an amazing hospital they were, and rehab. Honestly, I don't know where I'd be without them. They're still incredible, and very soon I'm going to be going back for a prosthetic arm. And I just want everybody to know these signs and symptoms to stay alive, because it can kill you so very fast. Had I have known about sepsis and could have told them then that I had sepsis. You know, they call it septico-shock I was in. It was sepsis, septic shock. So septico-shock is very similar. So if I'd have said sepsis, they probably would have understood that word, or understood, I should say. So please learn these symptoms, take care, and thanks for listening.